What is up, good people? It's your girl, Nikki P. Thank you so much for being with me on my journey as I become the best version of myself and strive to stop just dreaming about my dream reality and actually start living it. This is where the last week, by the time this video comes out, it will be literally like 2 days before February starts. And I picked up this habit a couple of years ago, and I'm continuing it this year, where I read a book, or in my case, listen to a book, every single month. And for this year specifically, I really wanted to be more intentional about the type of book that I was reading, not just reading something that had to do with personal development, but reading about something that really was specifically aligned with whatever it was I was going through at the time. So for January, the book that I chose is called Brave Not Perfect. The author's name is Reshma Sauhana. Sauhana. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, please forgive me, because I don't know anybody with that name. But she is an author. She is a motivational speaker, and she has founded a group called Girls Who Code. She's very active in the space of speaking to young girls specifically about being in the tech space, science, engineering, mathematics, all of that, where women tend to be the minority. And in this book, Brave, Not Perfect, she talks about how women have been socialized to strive for perfection and not bravery. And in her book, she goes through all of these different scenarios of how boys are encouraged to try something even if they fail, and the response to them, when they do fail, is different than with girls, and how that type of conditioning, how that manifests in our adult life. And it's interesting to me, my own personal reflections about the book. So I never really felt like, at least not until I read this book, but I never felt like I was treated differently than my brother. Not, at least not, let me put it this way, not by my parents. I can't really pinpoint anything that I remember that my mother or father specifically did within how they raised my brother and my sister and I, where it was very obvious that they treated my brother one way and then treated my sister and I a different way. And at least not based on our genders. I'm the oldest, and as the oldest, I can tell you that there are some things, some expectations and things that winded up being put on me because I'm the oldest, even well into adulthood. And even some expectations of my sister because she's the youngest, but not really things, I didn't ever really feel like I had been conditioned. The one caveat to that, the one thing that I can say that I remember being very vastly different between how my brother was treated versus how I was treated, it was actually by my grandfather and not by my parents, where I remember him specifically chastising my brother over crying about something. Can't remember what it was, but he was crying about something. And I remember my grandfather saying to my brother, crying is for girls. And that's probably the only thing that I can really remember from my childhood of ever really seeing there be something specific that was told to my brother as far as his expected behavior versus mine as him being a boy and me being a girl. So when I first was listening to this book, I was like, I don't think I have that experience. But the more she kept talking about it, the more I realized that even if it wasn't from my parents, how much society has treated us and raised us, and even just the expectations, and how even now that even though I don't think, for me personally, I don't think that I'm a person who seeks perfection, but I can see the difference between me not trying for something because I don't check all the boxes versus a guy will check half of them and he'll still try. I have seen that. So just really listening to that, and then just coming to that realization and realizing how wanting something to be perfect really is hindering us from trying a lot of things because we keep waiting for perfection. um that was my biggest takeaway. That was my biggest takeaway, is to stop waiting for everything to fall in line. Stop waiting for everything to be perfect, because it's not going to be. When I decided to start this channel, it took me a long time to decide to become a content creator, because people would ask me, well, what's your message? What are you going to be talking about? And because I didn't have like a clear plan of what I wanted to talk about, there were a lot of things I wanted to talk about. So I kept saying, oh, well, until I figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out, still trying to figure it out. And time kept passing and I still was trying to figure it out and nothing was clear. And coming into this year, I was like, you know what? Having everything figured all out is overrated. Some stuff I'm just going to have to learn along the way. And I do think that that was like one of her biggest messages from this book, is just don't wait for perfection. She labeled it as bravery. And yes, there is an element of bravery every time you're trying something new. But that was the main point. Like, just don't wait for perfection. Don't wait for everything to, look like it's going to work out. Like, sometimes you just have to just take the risk. And that's basically what she was saying, is be brave, not perfect. Go ahead, take the risk, sign up for whatever it is you want to sign up for, travel to whatever place it is that you want to travel to, go mingle, go network with a bunch of people that you might even deep down feel like you shouldn't even be in a room with them, but go do it anyway. Be brave, not perfect. So I give this book definitely like a 9 out of 10. This was very on time for me in this season of my life, as I am making decisions and, like I said, continuing to become, and very committed to becoming, the best version of myself. And all the different experiences along the way, the good, the bad, the ugly, the stuff I'm not going to tell nobody about, is it's all like worth it, and it's all part of the journey. And so with that being said, if you want to check the book out, you should. Again, the name is Brave Not Perfect, and the author is Reshma Saujani. I will put that in my description so that you could see. I will even put a link to the I listened to it on Audible, but I'll put the link to it in my description. So, yeah, that is my January book review. Stay tuned. We get ready to go into February, so I am wide open and very excited about what I have to look forward to in February. And I hope you guys continue to stay on this journey with me. Yeah, so that is it. Please, if you like this video, please click the like button. It helps me on my channel. If you are not already subscribed, please hit subscribe as well. And please feel free to comment. I love to hear the comments. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I want to know what you guys are going through. I want to know what you guys need help with. So tell me all the things. Tell me all the things. With that, it's your girl, Nikki P, signing off. I will see you next time.